Welcome, friends, to energy window number 14, Earth 2.0, awakening to a new Earth. It runs about a month, and this energy window is from August 23rd to September 26, 2024. And what we're trying to do here in the energy windows, just in general, is we're not yet ready to make predictions about what is happening and any outcomes in this window. What we're doing is we're grouping periods of time together that are very inconsistent, but we're taking similar energetic days, lumping them all together and calling it an energy window. And the reason why is because the energies don't necessarily work well with very human specific times, like every week. We see some shifts in between each week. We see shifts in between each month. And so that's why I thought it's very important to see if we can combine similar energetic days, regardless of how long it is, and call it an energy window. So some of these energy windows are 2 days. Some of them, like this one, is over a month long. They're a variety of times. So anyway, this is energy window 14, and it's a question mark, Earth 2.0, because I'm not making a prediction. I can speak for everybody, including myself, but I think we would love to see the new Renaissance Earth 2.0, new Earth. But will we see it? I don't know, but the archetype is here. I'll show you what the energy is. And could it be that we have this new Earth? It is possible, and I'll show you why. So in the grand scheme of things, in this video, we are in this blue zone here. And so that's immediately following a full moon in Aquarius. And we will have a new moon in Virgo, so very earthy new moon on September 2nd. And it also includes a lunar eclipse, a full moon lunar eclipse on September 17th. And that's in Pisces. We'll look at that chart. And it ends before the next eclipse that starts our new eclipse cycle. This timeline is with all the key components, and it's in chronological order. And I'm going to put those in the show notes below so that you can come back and refer to those as many times as you'd like. But this period is about a month because it starts and ends with Grand Earth-ish. We're going to start off with a Grand Trine, and most of it is Earth, but not all of it. Pluto's not yet back in Capricorn. But we're going to end with more Grand Earth Trines. But anyway, the background signature in this entire period is largely Mutable Earth, which that is Virgo. And during this time, Pluto moonwalks back into Capricorn. He retrogrades back into Capricorn, the pretty start of the window. And then sandwiched between the Grand Trines is a Pisces full moon lunar eclipse. That, with the help of Neptune, will help bring down the veil. This energy window hosts incredibly transformative energies amidst an ecliptic spiritual awakening. Is this Earth 2.0? Is it the new Earth? Ascension? Remember Law of One and their talk about harvest? These questions won't be known until energy window 14 begins. But we are hoping for the renaissance of ancient future. Yes, sounds like an oxymoron or a paradox. Either way, we're going to be looking at the archetypes here, starting on the very beginning of the energy window on 23 August. Look at that. Grand Trine, unmistakable. And it's solid green lines, which indicates that it's strengthening. The energy in this Grand Trine is strengthening, getting stronger as we go. Pluto is very close to the cusp, and is basically on the cusp, but 10 minutes away from Capricorn, so very close. And let's start with Venus and Uranus. So this trine over here, Venus in Virgo, Uranus in Taurus, in both earth signs. It's diligent devotion of earthly matters. But Uranus trine Pluto on the cusp is the renaissance of ancient future. We have the future with Aquarius. We have transformation with Pluto. We have change with Uranus, more future as well. And we have now with Taurus. It's the awakened Earth wisdom integrated with evolutionary forces, quantum leaps both forward and back. Overall, putting it all together, we get the master builder crafting of the new Earth with diligence, innovation, and alchemical magic. This is the sacred laboratory. Love, beauty merge with Uranian flashes of ingenuity and Plutonian depths of power. The master builder knows that God is in the details and pours devotion into every brick and seed of the emerging world. Ancient Earth wisdom and futuristic technology form sacred symbols. This hence is the picture depicted here. It's like the tree of life married to the motherboard. So with this energy on the start of our energy window 14, we might feel quantum leaps in resources, finance, and ecology, accelerating personal and planetary evolution through diligent work, anchoring higher consciousness in the body and the earth plane. So that starts with a bang. Now, I'm not going to put all these charts in here. I mean, it's pretty extensive. It's a long period. So I'm going to put some notes in between the major milestones. These are all pretty solid energetic stamps, but I didn't want to put all the charts in. So just note that, so the energy window starts on the 23rd of August, and then August 27th, that's 4 days later, through the 29th. It's about 2 to 3 days period. I'm calling this stage 1 Grand Trine, which is mostly Earth, is at its zenith, meaning that Virgo transits enough to get within a very tight orb of our other planets. That's Pluto and Uranus. So this is the climax of the archetype I just read, the mother, the tree of life married to the circuit board. And then on the 2nd of September, this is when stage 1 Grand Trine, the Grand Trine we just delineated, ends. And that's when Venus exits the trine with Pluto. Then on 1 September, actually, it wasn't very well chronological because we're stepping back into 1 September, a day earlier, is Pluto. Let's find Pluto. And he has just stepped back into Capricorn. It's kind of misleading. My software accidentally puts this out with a yellow indicating it's in Aquarius, but yet the sign is correct, Capricorn. So Pluto at this time, that's 7:09 p.m. on 1 September 2024. This is Pluto in Capricorn, the dark sovereign's reckoning. This is very karmic. As Pluto, the lord of the underworld, moonwalks back into Capricorn, the sign of authorities, institutions, and established order, we have the archetypical dark sovereign staging a comeback for some unfinished business. This is like the karmic audit on steroids, as Pluto retrograde exposes rot in the foundations and demands regeneration. The dark sovereign knows that true power often operates behind the scenes. And now it's time to dig up the buried bodies and hidden agendas in the Hall of Influence. Capricorn's worldly ambitions and public achievements are placed under the Plutonian X-ray, revealing the shadow side of success. It's time to pay the karmic tax collector and redefine what winning really means. With this energy, Pluto stepping back into Capricorn once again for our karmic tax collecting is clearing the deadwood toxic power dynamics, transforming collective wounds around authority, stepping into spiritual sovereignty and the true inner power. And I love this destructive scandal and fall of false idols. So now, more notes in between our next chart. On the 2nd of September is a new moon at 11 degrees Virgo, and that's with a mutable Earth backdrop. That's something I didn't mention. Excuse me. Most of this window, it is mutable Earth. It does come in and out. I think one period of time, and I can't remember when it is, but it is very quickly comes back into mutable Earth. And in other words, that's a very Virgo time, details in Earth. And then on the 13th, we have the second stage 2 Grand EARTH Trine. This is Sun, Uranus, and Pluto begins. And then just as an aside, just so you can kind of hear when these Grand EARTH Trines are beginning. Stage 3 Grand EARTH Trine, that's with Mercury, Uranus, and Pluto. So you can see within eight days, we're going to have multiple Grand EARTH Trines, and I'm going to show you that chart later so you can see it, but I wanted to chronologically go through here. So we have the second Grand EARTH Trine starting on the 13th. Then on the 17th, we have a Pisces full moon lunar eclipse, and this is conjunct Neptune. There it is at 25 degrees 41 minutes Pisces. Had just passed Saturn, but is now in a pretty tight conjunction with Neptune retrograde. And so it's a tidal wave of imagination, intuition, spiritual yearning, and dissolves boundaries between fantasy and reality. And also, I mean, especially with this ecliptic energy, the veil vanishes as the moon's light is temporarily obscured. The veils of illusion fall away, revealing profound truths, secret longings. Neptune's enchanting mists help to evaporate and expose the raw beauty of the soul. This, my friends, is the spiritual awakening. It's the eclipse. In the depths of the Piscean Ocean, the mermaid's mirror reflects our deepest dreams and delusions. The etheric eclipse energy lures us into mysterious spaces where the boundaries blur between self and the divine, inviting us to surrender to the cosmic currents of our blessed spiritual awakening. So what a lot of us will feel here is profound spiritual insights, mystical experiences are highly possible, heightened intuition and psychic sensitivity, and deepening compassion, probably a desire to serve. And this is very apropos in a new earth where all things are revealed and the old corruption is already established, as we read with the Grand EARTH Trine. Okay, so that was the 17th of September. 4 days later, this is the height of, we have 2 Grand EARTH Trines with multiple factions on each point. We have 2 on one point, Moon and Uranus on the other, and then Pluto all by itself in Capricorn. But the moon, starting with the moon and Uranus in Taurus, trine the sun, you can see this is the big, hefty piece here of easy energy back and forth, easy earth energy. This is the alchemist's garden, unexpected awakening and flashes of practical brilliance and grounded insights and innovative solutions, mainly because of this. The insights come through the emotions, moon, but the insights are coming from Uranus. And so it can be technological as well, innovative. And then we have Pluto's trines. Pluto's place in this is the wise elders reckoning, deep karmic healing and regeneration of foundations. We've already mentioned that. And then putting it all together, this is the master gardener of the soul, tending to the inner and outer landscapes with meticulous care and visionary foresight. This is a time of profound rooting and rerouting as the gardener digs deep and heals ancient wounds, maybe unearths buried treasure. The gardener knows that the most bountiful harvest emerge from the compost of the past. So what's possible here? And this is applicable not just to the 21st of September, when we have two Grand Earth Trines together at the climax of both of them. It is also appropriate to the entire energy window 14, resurrecting the wisdom of the ancestors through and or about the earth. So we clean out the power structure and the karmic tax collector. We're going to know what corruption looks like, and so we can replace it with something not so corrupt. Hopefully not corrupt at all. Quantum leaps in practical manifestation and mastery, birthing enlightened systems for sustained abundance, alchemical karmic patterns into dharmic purpose. In other words, life purpose, to know. And then we zoom to the 26th of September. This is the end of our energy window. And why? You say, Chris, we still have the Grand Trine. Well, yes, but it's in segmented lines, which indicates it's waning. It's waning Grand Earth Trine or Grand Trines, and it's not fully Earth anymore because Mercury is now in Libra. We have Sun in Libra, Mercury in Libra, and that makes for a cardinal water. Wow, that is more of a Cancer signature. So everything is a little bit, we definitely have the backdrop changing, and we also have the foreground and the planets, and the end of this wonderful Grand Earth Trine is now ended. So even though we have the Grand Trine, I'm calling this the end of the window, even though we might still have the after effects, and as this Grand Trine wanes out, it's still going to influence. And for sure, you've got Uranus and Pluto in a 2-degree, we'll call it 3-degree orb. So that's still and two slow planets, both in retrograde. And so still making quite a bit of change for us. And the retrogrades, didn't mention this, but this is added the karmic thing or past or ancient. It brings in the ancient into our future. So we're nothing news under the sun. We've seen it before. It just got corrupted, and now we're going to uncorrupt it, and boom, here it comes back, manifesting into our Earth 2.0. Or at least that's the metaphor. That's the analogy. Once again, this is the general timeline for the window. You have all of the major gates here, including 3 stages of Grand Earth Trines. The first one is Earth-ish. It's not all Earth, but the last 2 are full Earth, Grand Earth Trines. And then sandwiched between those Grand Trines, we have a Piscean full moon lunar eclipse. So spiritual awakening, veil vanishes. And then all the while, all the background basically is mutable Earth. So it's all very adapting Earth, changing Earth. And the details do matter, according to Virgo. All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Hope that you got something out of this. Hopefully it's meaningful. If you want to extrapolate headlines and outcomes, that's up to you. I'm not proposing to know what those outcomes are. I do want to make those sort of into the future, but we're going to need another protocol in order to make accurate predictions. So nothing's actually predicted. Everything is metaphoric, but archetypical. The archetype for this whole window is Earth 2.0. And since it sounds like an outcome, let's put a question mark because I don't know. I can only hope. All right, everybody, you take care. We'll see you in the next energy window. And if you do like this video, remember, we have surf reports that are on a weekly basis. Every week, we get ready for the biggest influence, and then we look at the solution, the behavioral solution. So make sure you subscribe so you can get that weekly updates. And a lot of people find those very meaningful and helpful. So we'll see you there. Take care, everybody. Namaste.